make baked beans with my home canned beans, and I'm using a variety here, and I do this all the time, and nobody ever knows that it wasn't a full-on recipe from scratch and had to cook the beans all day and all that. So I'm going to do a small batch. You can do this as large of a batch as you like, but small batch. So I've got a can, and this is literally the last jar from 2011 of my pork and bean recipe, and that recipe is in the bulk canning book. It gets very thick. So I'm going to open those. I've got good seal. Take smell, smells wonderful. I've also got 2 pint jars of pinto beans that I did this March. And I'm gonna drain and rinse those. I don't want all that liquid in there. You can use some of it, but I'm gonna drain and rinse that and leave the liquid in this one. Unless I feel like I need more liquid, but let me go ahead and get these beans in here. Super easy, guys. It's so easy. Now, like I said, these are really thick, so I just take a spatula down in the jar and get those beans out of there. And this is enough for 6 to 8 people. So I'm excited. Oh, I need to make more of the pork and beans and have them on hand. I don't like them straight out of the jar. I don't feel the recipe is perfect, but it's close. You know, now that I'm looking at this, I am going to use the liquid in this jar as well. So there's 2, and if I had white beans, I would use those. These were white beans. So those jars ready for the dishwasher. And you guys want to come in close so you can see what I'm doing up close and personal? All right, guys, I'm going to bring you in close. Don't forget to check all the links below. I'll try to leave a link or 2 that you might be interested in, and for sure, the coupon code for the All-American Sun Oven. You can do this out in your sun oven. I'm not going to do that because it's getting pretty late in the day, but the next time I make baked beans for you, that's what I'm going to do. So we also have some other ingredients that need to go in here, so I'm going to bring you on in. All right, guys. Okay, so you can see I've got half of a large onion, very large onion, and here's the consistency of the beans. And I really want them to have some liquid in there, so that's fine. If you felt like they were going to be too liquidy, you could go ahead and drain and rinse those, but I chose not to do that this time. Some of this will evaporate off. Okay, so now we're going to put our onion in here and just chop and drop. And this is so easy to do with your home canned beans, and everybody loves it. My son and my husband, literally, last time I had my son over and I made these, I made this pan full. And between my husband and my son, they finished it off. They had like 4 helpings. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more jar of pinto beans to this, because that's too many onions per pinto bean, per capita, that thing, you know. Hold on. Okay, so I have my other jar of pinto beans, and I want to point out, I don't know if you can see this, but I have a perfect 1 inch of headspace. See that? It's hard to see because I have to tip the jar, but if you look at that, that's what you want after these jars have cooled down. And like I said, these were done in March of this year. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you an idea of what it looks like when you open. Whoa, that was a good seal. And you've got your liquid. The beans are all under the liquid, as you can see. And I think I'm gonna reserve some of that. I don't want them too watery. Here, I'll save some of that out. And there's what your beans look like as soon as they come out of the jar. Perfect. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a perfect amount. Trust me when I tell you, my husband will eat these, and I put them in his lunch. I'm gonna throw that in there. I put them in his lunch, and we try to eat beans 5 out of 7 days of the week. So now we're gonna move on to the next part of this simple recipe. Here I've got some liquid smoke, and you can leave this out, but I want a smoky little taste to them. You're gonna use about 1.5 teaspoons. And then I need molasses. We should be eating molasses in our diet. And I'm gonna give that a healthy 1/4 cup of molasses. And that lid back on. It's gonna give it a really rich, dark color. And now we need some brown sugar. And let me just tell you, this right here, this little brown sugar keeper, I've had this in here for months since I got this, and this brown sugar is just as soft. It really does a nice job. So maybe I'll leave a link to this down in the description box for the brown sugar keeper. I want a 1/2 cup of brown sugar in here because we like it sweet. Sweet and yummy. Okay. And I'm gonna put it on the stove to simmer, and while my pork butt is finishing up, we're gonna have these beans simmered off, and it's gonna be delicious. The onions will break down, and these do need to simmer for about an hour to 2 hours. All right, that's as easy as it is. Okay guys, who wants to make baked beans? Let me give it a taste to make sure my taste profile is good. I just needed to taste the, yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect, perfect. It's so good. Okay guys, so here's the result of our baked beans. And I just dished up a little ramekin with them. I like them at this consistency or even thicker, but tonight this is what we're having. The onions have cooked down, you can't even see them anymore. And that's also what you want. They become very sweet and delicious. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm excited. These are really hot. Our pork butt's almost done. It's still out on the green egg, but ooh, we can have a bite of this. Oh my gosh, hot. Who doesn't want some of that? Yum, yum. Okay. Let me just tell you right now, these are phenomenal. They're sweet, they're a little bit, well, they're sweet and they're savory all at the same time. They're soft and perfectly cooked. The onions cook right down, so you can take your home canned pantry items and turn them into an all-day slow cook in just a couple hours. I left these on the stove on low for 2 hours and we're ready to eat. So, ooh, I better have another bite before everybody gets here and they start digging in. Focus. Yeah, we're gonna have to have some of that. All right, guys. So I hope this inspires you to go ahead, try your hand at making your own baked beans out of your home canned pantry. Super easy, super delicious. Everyone loves it and nobody knows where it came from. Honestly, if you tell them that these were all home canned beans, they're gonna go, what? You know, unless they're in your same tribe. All right, guys. I'll see you next time for another delicious recipe. And as always, I can't wait to see you when we do another home canned pantry meal. All right, bye. Check the links below.